Hey guys, Creeps and Pasta here, and welcome to the full package. Since I started this channel, there's been a lot of support and a lot of questions. Well, now I'm going to go in more detail about what's happening here, what shows we've got planned, and why we're doing them. This channel will be ran by both me and Matt, aka Audionic UK. It will revolve around games, but not like my side channel which I do Let's Plays and Top 10s on. This channel will be where we review games, old and new, in detail for people looking to buy or play said games. There will be a range of old and new, as every week new titles fly into Steam and onto store shelves, and knowing what to buy is becoming a harder question to answer. We hope to save people from buying games that were sold in their hype alone, only to fall flat, or give attention to a title that may have slipped under people's radars otherwise. We also will delve into some older titles, as personally, I have a Steam library full of games that I haven't played from bundles and giveaways that I haven't downloaded, scared to find out it was a huge waste of time. According to this article, around 36% of registered Steam games are unplayed, which is over a third, and I feel reviewing and analysing common titles can give you incentive to play these games, buy them, or not waste your time on them. Now, why are we doing this? As I said before in my other video, there has been some, let's say, controversies in games journalism. A lot of trust has been lost between gamers and those who held the responsibility to guide them. But even before this, there are a lot of things I weren't happy about with the way games media has been covered. This is what's led to the principles behind the main show we will be doing, which is Should You Buy? Aptly named, this will be where either me, Matt, or both will delve into a game and find the merits and flaws to help you decide whether to buy the game or not. We will try to be objective at parts, explaining what it's about, how it plays and aesthetics, and then add our own critique. We will try be informational with our subjective responses to what we are presented with. We will create a unique blend of objective facts mixing with our subjective thoughts to make the best review to base a purchase off. All the while, gameplay will be playing in the background so you can see whether or not you agree with what we say, and you can make your own judgment on how you feel about the game on a viewership stance. A unique element we'll throw in when necessary is a section where we'll cut to a live commentary displaying how the game mechanics work. I feel this is an awesome idea as you can deduce how you will react to the gameplay and help decide how you will feel about the game, trying to simulate closely to a first-hand experience. The penultimate idea though, which is something I feel is what's needed with reviews, is what I will do at the end. Each review will end on a segment which, if you haven't decided whether or not you want the game, we will give our healthy recommendations from a chart. There will be a rating of something along the lines of definitely buy, buy on sale, buy in a bundle, and don't bother. Each game will be judged, working down the list, starting off with buy this game now if you are really passionate about so-and-so, and you can look past the issues of so-and-so. If that doesn't bother you, then I recommend buying the game on sale. This would be an example of a decent game, but the worst we feel the game is, the lower it will go until we hit the don't bother, where we feel the problems deem it not worth your time. By not sticking to one answer and explaining each outcome through the information from the review, this, I feel, hits the criteria of a consumer-friendly review, something I feel the industry's needed for a long time. For too long, companies rate games on a numerical system which has no reference level. I can seriously make an entire video about how bad a numerical system is. I mean, how can you compare a AAA title that gets 9 out of 10 and an indie game that gets 9 out of 10? Should you buy them both? And that's not mentioning how, for some reason, 8 out of 10 is average, 9 out of 10 is good, 6 out of 10 is bad, and 10 out of 10 is if you paid them. Shouldn't 5 out of 10 be average? Numbers are hard to perceive as recommendations, as they are different to each person, making them unreliable to base spending your hard-earned money on. Some people don't read articles and instead skip to the score, but a farming simulator could potentially get 9 out of 10, and if you're not into them, then it will waste your money and time. So it turns into a guessing game. So what we aim to do is cut out the middleman and give out a recommendation based on the review as a whole. But you have to remember that, in the end, it's only a recommendation, and should be mixed in with how you feel about the game from the review. Another show, which is all Matt, something I'm excited about, is called Press A to Learn, a show in which Matt will delve more into the development and study of games. This will be good, not only for developers and aspiring devs, but people who want to look more into how games tick. This is a way to not only learn something new about games, but show the wonderful world of game design. We will also give attention to disclosure. This is a buzzword that flies around with the drama I mentioned earlier, so we're going to try practice disclosure to a high degree. This is one thing, however, that's better put into practice than talked about, so you'll see what we mean in due time. Well, that summed up why we're doing this, but let's look into why we're doing this. We've always been interested in the nitty-gritty of games. To run this channel is something me and Matt has wanted to do for a long time, and now we finally found the time to collaborate to do so. To then use this as a service to help others would be great and is one of our main goals. For Matt, this is a way to apply the skills he's gained from studying all aspects of games at university. Here, he managed to get a first degree by not only making games, but reverse engineering them, digging into the lore and narrative and analysing all aspects of games and more. He has also worked on indie games as well as AAA titles, so the application of this knowledge might create for an interesting angle to apply to reviews and critique. In the end, our goal for this channel isn't popularity, and it isn't to save games journalism like some sprouting new companies are claiming, but rather, I'd be happy if this channel helps show others how easy good practice can be, and push the notion of pro-consumerism. I love the quote I heard the other week in an interview, which is, "Competition breeds excellence," and I feel that applies to what we want. What we choose to buy is a vote into how we want the games industry to be, and it saddens me that games are putting so much emphasis on graphics that will be dated in a few years rather than gameplay, because people report on how important graphics are, or how games reviews are written safely to keep relationships with game companies, that they become too vague to base buying a game from. Really, if we save you a bit of money from stopping you buying a bad game, or open your eyes to a hidden gem that you would never have tried otherwise, it'd warm our hearts, and that's all we want. So, I hope you join us on our new adventure.